Hello and welcome back to the port. I'm the Galloping Major, and this is a Let's Play in the Tier 6 Italian tech tree cruiser Zara, available as early access and researchable in the next patch. Now, a Let's Play differs from the reviews. In a review, I am playing it as I am doing the review with the book on my knee, so sometimes I do get a little bit distracted. So when it comes to a Let's Play, it's literally about playing the ship and showing off some of the things that you can and can't do in the ship, and also hopefully showing you slightly better gameplay than what happens in the review due to me being slightly distracted. Now, this is a game of domination on tiers of Desert, a tier 5 and 6 game. Enemy team Fubuki, Pensacola, Zara, Atlanta, New Mexico, Eisenhower, and then a division consisting of a Bedoini, a DeGrasse, and a Izumo. So I really don't want to run into that divisions, and at the moment, being I spawned on the left, none of the left flank seems to want to actually come over here, which is a bit of a shame really, because it does mean that I've kind of pushed out a little unsupported, which I'm not super keen on. However, my aircraft hasn't spotted anything, which does partially surprise me. Izumo is turning away. Going to move my guns over to my left side then, or my port side I should say. I'm going to close in behind this island. I'm just going to make sure that I try and close it off. Now I'm just going, what I want to do is just see, so there's Atlanta over there. Enemy destroyers in Bravo, so I really don't want to move up too far forward, or else I might get spotted by the destroyer in the centre, so I have got it in full reverse. But fingers crossed we should have the objective captured in about 36 seconds. Just going to back up, keep my gun swinging over to my left. Basically I'm expecting something to come around the corner, however nothing of the sort seems to be happening. This is very strange. Objective captured in 10 seconds, so I'm going to go full forward, full to port, switch my guns to my starboard side. I'm going to swish out on the far side of the island and then see if I can do a bit of a chair taste on this Izumo. Although I think that's going to be slightly more difficult than anticipated. Nothing spotted. Well, there is the Bedoin, so it does look like the whole team is pushing over to the Alpha objective, which is very strange indeed. Their destroyer captured Bravo. What would you do after you captured Bravo? You probably, as a Fubuki, would you nip off into the centre? No, he's nipped off over to Alpha. So the best we can do is do a bit of a tail chase on the enemy. This is a very strange game. What's my hand doing in the centre? Right, I'm going to switch my guns to my port side. Oh, I am now spotted, so the Fubuki has closed in. However, my hands laid a massive smoke screen, so I've lost any kind of spotting assistance from my hands, so I kind of really don't want to be caught out here. However, I do have a smoke screen as a contingency plan should I start coming under fire, keeping my nose pointing towards the Izumo. Now the Izumo does have 60-inch guns and they will really hurt. I'm going to start backing it up. I don't want to be turning. Atlanta's going broadside on. Let's see if we can chance a bit of armor piercing on her. Fubuki's now spotted, so I would like to switch to the Fubuki, but moment with armor piercing loading, it's not really optimum shells for the Kabuki, so we're going to fire off that AP, we're going to switch to HE, we're going to Citadel the Atlanta, very nice. Has the Fubuki broken off? That is the question. Gonna see if I can just back up here, I get undetected. Yeah, that has worked. Didn't come under any kind of fire there from the enemy, which is very, very strange. I would love the Mahan to push in. If the Mahan would push in, I would support him with as much fire and fury as possible. And he should really push in. He does have the advantage over the Fubuki. There we go. No, I don't quite like this. We're probably going to take one of these, but I'd rather take one than take them all. Our aircraft's just landed, so we've dropped a smoke screen, but we've got no spotting, unfortunately. This is a very, very awkward situation. Whether I could be cheeky and do this. See if that works, whether that spurs our destroyer into doing some spotting for our team. At the moment they've still got a 16-inch battleship. I think the New Mexico's a 15-inch gun battleship. And then going on to the cruisers, we got two 6-inch and an 8-inch cruiser. My hand's not going to assist, so I think we're just going to have to put the pedal to the metal, break out of our smoke screen. We've got the Algeria, okay, we've got the friendly Algeria and the Nuremberg off to our port side. So let's quickly see if we can bound up. This seems like a really odd tactic from the enemy team, just to focus over on one flank. Okay, so their cruisers are way out at the rear, so what might do, it might even actively chase after their rearward elements, because I can then use some of these islands to isolate myself from the enemy battleships. Potentially, the key one I'm concentrating on is the Izamul, because the Izamul's in a division with these two. So if I can make sure there's something between me and the Izamul, but not between me and the cruisers, maybe I can engage the cruisers without being too concerned about their division mate with the 16-inch guns. That's the theory. But let's see how practice goes. However, now he's moving away, he's moving away. I'm gonna load up AP, I think. Problem is their cruisers are backing up quite nicely, so their cruisers are being very wary of the exact situation. Their Pensacola is very weak. Now part of me is now very cautious about racing around this. I will load high explosives. It looks like maybe the De Grasse has backed up, trying to bow tank. we're just going to see what the situation is here. Now if we switch down to gun view, we're going to switch to our front turrets. We're going to switch to our front turrets and see what the situation is. Yeah, that looks good to me. So the rear turrets will clip the island, but the front turrets won't. Now the DeGrasse is trying to bow tank, which I don't blame her, so I am just going to see if I can get a fire. There we go, there's a fire. And we're also staying undetected. Now Bedoini's probably going to come racing around the island. So what I'd like to do is maybe see if I can just buy myself some time here. That's alright, well if you want to charge in, then be my guest. But just going to try and stay... Algeria's being brave and he's going to block my torps. Well, that was a spectacular display of bravery, I have to be honest. What would the DeGrasse do? I'm partially tempted to say that DeGrasse is going to get desperate now and she's going to push through and try and grab Bravo objective. And she's counting on me to go running around the island like an absolute idiot. But I am not falling for that. I know the Bravo objective is the most important thing. Yeah, she's waiting for me to fire my torpedoes. There you go, she's got sonar on. Let's do now. I think I'm going to actually open up some distance between me and her. Make sure that this doesn't turn into a really close cagey fight. They need Bravo to try and stop us winning. So this hasn't been as high a damage game as the review, but it's been a very tactical game. Get myself nicely angled. So against an enemy cruiser, the Zara is actually quite a tough cookie. Now with the DeGrasse having quite thin armour, being that she is a French cruiser, it can be quite interesting to see. Well, here's the victory before the enemy's DeGrasse torpedoes could have impacted on my stern, so I'm quite happy with that. Get myself 47,000 damage. Well, this Let's Play will be released 24 hours in advance on Patreon, so if you're on Patreon, I hope you've enjoyed this, and if you want to help support the channel, you can always check out Patreon, the link down in the description, along with the commander build and the ship modules used during this game. If you have any of your own gameplays that you'd like to submit for amateur reports, then you can always send them in to our email address. It's down in the description as well. If you've enjoyed the Let's Play, feel free to give it a thumbs up and feel free to subscribe. And if you are already a subscriber, thank you very much, guys. Made a pretty penny at the end of the day there. Came top of my team as well. Quite an interesting game. Our KG5 was AFK. Wow. Or whether he got disconnected before the end of the game, potentially as well. Oh, okay. Until next time, I'm the Gareth Major, and back to the port.